At Nissan of Silsbee, did you know that we have a complete service department? Whether you need detailed mechanical work or just a $12.95 oil change, we can handle it for you. And we rent new Nissans. And we rent to everybody. Get a 3-day weekend for just $99 or rent it longer.
And of course we sell. Get a 2011 Nissan Altima for just $199 per month or get a great deal on a certified pre-owned vehicle.
But best of all, at Nissan of Silsbee, we're making deals the Silsbee way.
SportsSpeak Sports. Boy, we're happy to have Pete Farmer, the local undertaker. Hello, Pete.
Glad to see you, JP.
You kicking okay?
Doing good.
Me too. I can kick knee high.
Knee high.
Yeah. Say, did you ever play ball?
Yeah, I did, JP. I played for dear old Silsbee High School and also Stephen F. Austin University.
Oh, what they call those, not lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks, yeah.
Lumberjacks?
Yeah,
I got a daughter that went up there, a couple of them. Maybe that's a nice school, isn't it?
It is a nice school.
You like that school?
I like the school.
Yeah, okay, but now you did something about
I went
the
to
Aggies.
I got a degree at A&M, but I played ball more at Silsbee. I started out, my career with Silsbee High School as a doctor. In the 7th grade, they called it a doctor, and they call them now managers and other different things, but back then you were the doctor.
Oh, okay.
And we kept the boys' tape, had to tape all the ankles and give all the rub downs for Charlie horses and stuff like that, and be sure that all the equipment was ready and get the equipment on ready. And then, so then, back then you went to high school in the 8th grade. So then you couldn't go out for football till you got in high school. So you had 4 grades in high school. So I started out then. I was a center on the football team and played 4 years for Coach Pittman. Otis Pittman was really a basketball coach, but at that time we just had one coach for football and basketball, and that was in the other sports we had. We played as a county meet. You didn't have districts. Everybody in the county played, and you played basketball. I also played basketball for Silsbee. And you went to the county meet, and you went to Coots sometimes and played, or Sour Lake, and you had, and I was in picture memory. And back then, and also went to county meet in picture memory. And Elton Brookins and I won the county championship in tennis, in doubles in tennis.
Okay.
So we had a good time in high school, and old Coach Pittman was an outstanding fella, but he didn't know much about football. And when the equipment salesmen came into Silsbee, well, they'd come up to the football team and they'd give Coach Pittman a play or two to run, and we'd run them that day and run them that week. And sometimes it was pretty bad. And he'd work us pretty hard, and we didn't win. He'd work us a little harder. And sometimes we were having a bad season one year, and he worked us all afternoon, and then we got ready to go in. He said, "No, boys, just stay here." And he sent up to Pope's Cafe and got us a ham sandwich and brought it back, and then we worked till 10 o'clock that night.
My goodness.
And then another time we played, and we played so sorry, we started off the field that night. He said, "No, boys, don't go. Let's don't go we're going to stay out here and work out because you boys don't know how to play football. So he let everybody leave, and he kept the lights on, and we worked on out for another hour and a half, and then got to go in.
Oh.
But he finally made a football team out of us.
And what year was that? When
That
were
was
those
back
years?
in 37 and 38, and I don't know whether you've ever heard about it or not, but we were playing up at Jasper one year.
No, I haven't heard about it.
And we got up there and we had a double lateral. We called a pea picker play, where end caught the ball and he lateraled it to a halfback and then to another halfback. Well, they tackled our end when he caught the ball, and he lateraled it, but the ball hit the ground and bounced up into Wendell Morgan's hands, which was a halfback. And he ran and scored a touchdown. And that tied up the game 6-6 with us in Jasper. Well, our place kicker was the center and played ahead of me that year, and he was knocked out on the play. So we had to call timeout, got him all up on his feet and got out, and he kicked the extra point, and it was 7-6. And then the Jasper sideline erupted, and he came out there and had the dangest gang fight you've ever seen in your life. And finally they cleared the field and got everybody back out on.
Well, say, wait a minute now. Was that just players fighting, or
no?
the
That was the stands came out.
Fans?
The stands came out.
Oh.
It was bad. And we went on and got the game back and played and got it finally, and we won 7-6. And when the game was over, then they really came out on the field.
Oh.
And they had the police escort us off, but that didn't help. They came out, put 2 of the officials in the hospital that night.
Oh.
And they penalized Jasper by putting us down with Needland and French High and that bunch to play, and Jasper up in a little bitty district up the way.
Oh.
And then they wouldn't let us play each other for 10 years.
About 10
That was
years?
bad, yeah.
How about that?
Oh, Fred Hemmerite was the...
I remember hearing that name.
Yeah, he was the boy that we had to bring back to life to kick the extra point for us.
Oh, didn't he? Man, alive, oh, the good information.
So
I knew we were going to get some good information from you,
So
Pete.
we went on and we had some good teams while we were playing, and I've always followed the sports, and I always try to go to all the girls and boys basketball.
See you to a lot of them.
Yeah.
By the way, you're a pretty big fan, I believe it's an Aggie fan, aren't you?
I'm a good Aggie fan. I go to all the home Aggie games, and I've been going for, I guess, the last 40 years, I guess, and maybe
By the way,
longer. I don't know. I can't count back that long. I never did keep a record of it, but I always try to go to the... I've had season tickets, and we always go up and stay in the motorhome park, and do a little tailgating and have a good time.
you know a couple other guys that have been to a lot of ball games,
Yeah,
too, don't you?
old
Tell me about
Arthur DeLone, I guess he held the record. He's gone, I don't know, for I guess the last 50 years, he's gone to the state basketball tournament.
Okay.
And that's a pretty good record.
There's another guy. How about that guy named Skiller?
Oh, Link Skillen, I think he's, I don't mention him because he goes to school, it's UT.
Where they say hook 'em horns or
That's
something?
kind of a hook 'em horns.
Yeah.
And so we don't mention them.
Well, I'm going to interview him later, so, you better be careful.
Well, he'll know that. And by the way, Link is an old lumberjack too.
Oh,
He also went to Stephen F.
Yeah,
Austin
okay.
and played baseball up there.
Oh, okay.
Stephen F. Austin. Mm-hmm. But he was a good thing. And go back and talking about sports. My dad was a great sports enthusiast.
Oh, okay.
He was way back there when they didn't have quarterback clubs and they didn't have all this stuff. He organized the business people, and he bought all of us football players storm jackets. So when it was cold like it is now, we wouldn't be cold around there.
Yeah.
And then also one year we went to the Sugar Bowl game in New Orleans and saw TCU play.
Okay.
And they had a water wagon that they came out and gave the boys when they called timeout.
Yes.
So when Daddy came back, he went up to Kirby and he got them to make him a water wagon.
I'll say.
And we had the only water wagon in this whole country, college, anywhere.
I'll say.
And so he carried it to all our games. As long as we played ball anywhere, he carried and had this water wagon, and every time out we could roll that out there and everybody had a spigot to eat, drink out of, and it was a unique thing. And so we've been connected with Silsbee Sports as long as I can.
Good. Okay. I'll then think. Tell me something about the establishing of the funeral home.
Okay, well, Daddy came up from Beaumont. He had worked for some funeral homes in Beaumont back in 1928, and we moved to Silsbee in 1929.
We were little tots, weren't we?
Daddy said he came to Silsbee on the 10 o'clock doodlebug, and the Depression came in on the 4.
Oh, mate.
So we had a pretty hard time making it. We lived in one side of a duplex on South 4th Street.
Okay.
And had the funeral home on the other side.
I'll say.
And part of the time if we had a funeral, we had to move the family out so we could have room to have a funeral in.
I'll say.
And we didn't have much. We didn't have much equipment. We didn't have much of anything. And Daddy would put my mother on the bus to send her to Beaumont to rent a funeral coach. And she would drive it back. We would have the funeral. And then she would have to drive it back to Beaumont and ride the bus back to Silsbee.
Oh, Lordy. Well, we're talking sports. SportsSpeak, J.P. White, SportsSpeak, talking to Pete Farmer. Maybe there's something else that I don't know the question to ask to get you to tell us something else. You got something else you want to say or you want to tell us?
I don't know. We talk about Tiger sports a little bit. I was co-captain of the football team with Howard Kleinfelder. They elected him because he was hurt during football season and didn't get to play. So that we made us captain. And one year Silsbee had a good basketball team. We went, I think it was either 20 or 30 games undefeated.
Oh!
And but they wouldn't let us get in the playoff because they found out that they thought one of our boys was ineligible. So they ruled us ineligible and let go. And you know, back then, JP, basketball, there was no classifications. Everybody in the state of Texas was in one classification. And like I said, we went to the county meet, and you won it, then you went to the district meet, and then the by-district on up till you got to the state. And whoever won that was really the state champion of Texas because he played everybody in every classification.
Yeah.
Now you don't know who is the state's best, do you? But we've had some good times in Silsbee, and I guess the people are about the best sports fans they are in Silsbee. They support the team, and
we got some good coaches. We've had some good coaches too. Some of them gone on, haven't they?
We have had some good ones and had some good ones. I played under Pittman and Don Huff.
I remember the Superintendent Huff.
He came and he was finally got to be Coach Pittman's assistant, and he was a young boy just out of high school, and he was a good football player. And he would run around, and we'd try to catch him, and none of us could catch him. He was fast. He was a good man, a good player.
J.P. White with SportsSpeak Sports and Pete Farmer. I tell you, this is one of the most pleasant interviews we've conducted.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you asking me.
J.P. White, SportsSpeak. See you next time.
Kent's Collision Center, 1520 Highway 96 bypass in Silsbee. We take the dents out of accidents. Kent's Collision Center, specializing in insurance collision repair. Locally owned and operated. Over 19 years in business in Southeast Texas. Kent's Collision Center, open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Call them at 385-3755. Kent's Collision Center, we check it and recheck it. Kent's Collision Center, 1520 Highway 96 bypass Silsbee. We take the dents out of accidents. Mitchell Sawn Supply in Evadale, Highway 96 South. 36 years of professional service and superior work. Mitchell Sawn Supply, your certified steel dealer with a full line of steel parts and accessories. No job's too big or too small. They've got tools for everything. Mitchell Sawn Supply, open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 5:30, Saturday, 7 till noon. Be sure to check out their line of guns and their complete gun shop, as well as all the ammunition you'll need for whatever you're hunting. Mitchell Sawn Supply, Evadale.